Hi everyone, welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and I'm starting an extra reading every week. So what's been happening is I've been doing the spiritual growth, readings, using tarot mostly for us, for our community. And a lot of the times I keep getting the feeling that there's other tidbits in there about the news that's going to come out. So I thought the smarter way to be able to create a distinction there, draw a line, so that we know what's for us personally and then what's going on collectively, is to do two separate readings. So this one will be, it's going to be, it's late, it's Monday. But in the future, I'll do it on Saturday so you guys can have it by Sunday. And I'm going to dive into politics for the week, health for the week, the economy. What else? What else might come through? Justice, like, will we see some justice? And then the other, of course, big topic would be human rights issues. So anyway, let me drop the camera down and we'll get this one started for the week of, excuse me, the 6th through the 11th it'll be, but next week it'll include Sunday. Okay, hold on. Okay, so what I did is I went ahead and shuffled all my decks. With the tarot, I've allowed for reversals to make this faster, because I'm going to go ahead and do 2 cards for each day, so the 7 days of the week. And for this week, I hate that. For this week, it shows up on camera, I know, really big. For this week, I will go ahead and do Sunday, and we'll just see how yesterday, well, we know how yesterday was, but we'll see if we can get some confirmation. And of course, what I'm looking for is a general. With the tarot, it'll be a general overview, and I'll use the deck of character for that as well. And then I think the Lenormand will be the best for health and politics. Well, the tarot and the deck of character will as well too, but I will use the Kipper for legal issues. So, okay. Sunday, December 5th, which was yesterday. I'll go ahead and flip them over. And then Monday, which is today, December 6th. Ooh. Wow, okay. And then Tuesday, let's look at Tuesday. Wednesday. Thursday, and of course I'll get these all framed up in a moment. Friday. And Saturday is here and here. Interesting. Okay. And then I already have my intentions set. When I get the King of Cups, that'll be Biden's card, unless it's reversed. That's not him reversed. If I get the Emperor reversed, that's my Trump card. And I'm kind of torn between. Well, here's how I thought of doing it last night. As I was falling asleep, I get these weird little pieces of guidance. Probably because I kind of semi-meditate before falling asleep. Unless I'm watching one of my favorites, every once in a while I listen to. I go through and try to give equal credence or credit to my. I've got plenty of room. To some of my favorite viewers, and favorite viewers. What am I saying? Favorite other readers. Who may or may not be reading politically at all, but their voices are kind of, at nighttime I can only listen to the ones with pretty soothing voices, which doesn't. I'm not saying anything at all about people with a stronger voice who are more up and lively and, like this. But when you're trying to go to sleep at night, it doesn't bode well, for me anyway. That's just me. So anyway, usually I'm meditating before I go to sleep, but every once in a while, or as often as I can, I listen to people that have a soothing voice. So anyway, when I was falling asleep last night, the guidance I got was, this is the king. It is the King of Wands. It's not the Emperor, but this is kind of, we're in the Trumpy territory here when it's reversed. But anyway, so my Nancy Pelosi card would be the Queen of Wands because she's a fire sign, she's an Aries, but so would Liz Cheney because she's a Leo. So I decided to make, now reversed it wouldn't be either one of them. Well, let's say we're having a really, really bad day, but no, not the way I read. That's not how it's going to go. So I'm assigning, and I don't have the card today, but in the future, if I do get the Queen of Pentacles, that will be my Nancy Pelosi card. So if I forget that I assigned that, you guys, please remind me. And for all the readers and intuitives that watch my channel, feel free to bring in your comments for things that I may have missed or that you agree with or you want to reinforce. I absolutely love it. And then, let's see, so that will leave Liz Cheney free to be the Queen of Wands if she comes through, but only in the upright position, like I said. Okay, so I think that's all that I have assigned so far. All the other, corrupt politicians, I'm just going to have to leave it up to my guidance to try and figure out who they are. So, okay, so let's start with Sunday. Well, I don't know if this card rules Sunday, but I mean, we've got the sun, and it looks like a daytime card to me, so there we go. This, to me, is supply chain issues together. Shedding light on exactly what the issues are about, because, this has to do with travel. The Chariot reversed is often all about travel. Other things that were in the news probably had to do with, with yesterday. Goodness, there was a lot, actually. There was a lot. There was a lot of, I think, because they're working, 7 days around the clock, the January 6th committee, there's a lot of people who are defying the will. And, the will of the Congress, and some of them, I guess, what's his name? I can't remember his name. There's Jeffrey Clark, and then there's that other guy. I can't remember I've already lost their names, but saying that they're not going to show up, And then there's one guy that is actually already, they've given him a extension on his deposition because he's going to supply some documents. And I can't remember the name of that guy. So that could be what this is here. This could be somebody that did, speak up, shine his light, and say, this might be him going against Trump because he's scared, right? There's that possibility. With the Chariot reversed is giving up, but it's also travel issues. It's also in any type of conflict. So that was on the news yesterday. I think we did see a lot about travel issues, and then of course all the atrocities with gun violence that happened last week. So, but anyway, this is today. So here's Monday. Wow. So we have Judgment and the Ten of Cups. I'm thinking this has to do with that family, the parents. I think more is going to come out about those what is it? The Crumbleys. Because it was revealed. This is a card of revealing. It was revealed yesterday that the mom had a text to her son that said, I'm not mad at you, LOL, something like that. Next time, don't get caught, when he was trying to buy ammo. Be smart. The kid's 15. Oh, my goodness. So anyway, because there's judgment on the so-called happy family, there's, you can see this card, the judgment card's ruled by Pluto. So we're talking transformation. And if you don't honor your call and go in the right direction, then life will bring it to you. Life will show you the right way to go. It's the card of transformation. So today, I think it's weighing heavily on a lot of Americans' minds as to what our priorities are for happy families. Otherwise, we're not going to have a family left, right? If we're having either that or the schools will, forget schools. Everyone will be in, homeschooling or some other, private schools where there's greater security. But then again, I did see that there were 18 children, or no, I'm sorry, back up. The dude had 18 unfired rounds in his gun. So they were saying, this kind of goes together with that too. Yeah, they were saying that things didn't. That could have saved 18 people's lives because that one officer, or I don't know who it was. If it was a teacher, no, actually, it might have been a teacher either that or a security guard. Anyway, somebody got that gun from the kid in time to save at least 18 kids, 18 other kids and school officials. Anyway, I think more will be revealed about that. Speaking out, we can go with the literal images on the cards often, and, the messages coming through. We've got the life force here, right? And somebody speaking about what is most important to life and honoring our family happiness, and the fulfillment that we should be in, rather than constantly worried about sending our kids to school. I mean, it's ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Tuesday, we've got the Queen of Wands reversed. Now, of course, when she's reversed, she's not doing so well when it comes to being self-confident. There's like a lack of self-confidence, but this could also be, this could have to do with somebody in Congress. Like, I'm feeling like, Marjorie Taylor Greene or Lauren Boebert or these other just idiots who speak cruelly, and then other people in Congress have to defend themselves and say, hey, it's not okay. So I'm wondering, because reading this two different ways, this could be one of them. I think it would be Lauren Boebert, who could be getting censured. We'll see. We'll see about that. Okay, and then, let's see, but on another level, if it's not that, but I feel like it is. But if that wouldn't have to be the only thing that comes out on the news. But so if it's not just that, it could also be, because sometimes when she's reversed, she's just really gossipy and jealous and envious and very defensive. So I guess to watch for something like that on the news. And maybe the hidden message under here for us is that that when we're seeing people act that way, like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert, we can understand that they're just jealous, and doesn't mean it's okay. It doesn't mean we're going to let them get away with it, right? But But deep down underneath, they're like a child who hasn't gotten past that place to where they have their own self-confidence. And so they're always like in this constant battle of jealousy and envy and, all that other darkness. So, okay. Wednesday, wow. Man, the Five of Swords is often, the defeat card. It has to do with, it could also be somebody sneaky. Somebody's walking away, somebody doesn't give a you-know-what, and somebody's really selfish, right? And somebody's arguing, but there's some kind of defeat. Now, in combination with the moon has to do with our fears. It has to do with these old primordial, the old fears that we haven't faced. And, needing to get through this like path that is loyal to your spirit, but, to get through these pillars of, light and dark. Yeah. So, but anyway, I'm trying to tune into like who this would be. It could be somebody burning bridges because they are afraid. This could have to do with, oh yeah, that's right. I have to correct something, you guys. I said, and it might have been on one of my live streams, that there were 150 people that the January 6th committee had interviewed. Well, either I heard wrong or it moved ahead really quickly because now it's over 250 people. So this could be somebody giving, because we've got this giving up energy here, and this could be somebody selfishly standing up for themselves because they're afraid of the consequences if they don't. Now, on another level, these two cards together definitely spell sneakiness and sneakiness, and then with the moon, it would have to, that added element of deception. It's like, this could be any number of these people, right? It's also a hidden agenda. The moon has to do with a hidden agenda, and then like the hidden enemies that are, in the dark. And yeah, but and then this combo could be how somebody is in just complete delusion because they think they have to battle all the time. This kind of has Trump on it, don't you think? He's in dementia, he's in Alzheimer's of some type, and he has been for a long, long, long time. Why else did he have to take the cognitive test that was, unless it's just a thing they do at a certain age, probably is. But I've gotten in my readings for a long time that he's had dementia. And one morning I was in my kitchen and I just heard he's a demented demagogue. That was a long time ago. But anyway, so this could be him. This could be anybody else who's been hiding behind him, and now they're afraid, and they're wanting to think for themselves. But then again, maybe still some hiding. So fear, and then of course that's the reason they hide. So Thursday, we could have some news about healing that comes through. This is often a health card. We've got the caduceus right there, right? Could be it could be health information that's helpful about, what is it, Omicron or Omicron, however you want to pronounce it. I don't know. Everybody's saying it all different ways. So anyway, probably the way the Greeks would say it, because it's part of the Greek alphabet, right? So, but anyway, we may hear something about that that puts that puts a King of Wands type of individual in a place where there's, oh goodness, you know what else this could be? Oh, right, and we've had, this is from last week and then especially yesterday, and now even this morning I noticed on the, I get these little news blips from Washington Post, and they were tracking Trump's days of COVID, right? And they've calculated that he at least put 500 people at risk. That's what these two cards remind me of. Because the King of Wands reversed, this is about somebody who's abusive and ruthless and is a bully, and that's him. So this could be two people or two, I feel like it's two people that come together and give us some more information, and that helps us heal, because it helps us heal when we know what really happened. And because it reminds us of this, trauma we've been through, and why it was so hard for us last year, besides the fact that there was, this virus out there, on top of the fact that, a lot of people couldn't work anymore, all of these things that were so traumatic, and then with what Trump was doing, right? For 4 years. And if you guys are like me, the trauma was for 5 years, because he started running the year before, and I had to, see that on the news all the time. So anyway, Thursday. Okay, so Friday. Well, with the Empress reversed, this to me feels like, these two cards together to me feel like women's rights issues. I don't think we're going to have. I doubt we're going to have a SCOTUS ruling before spring or summer. They were saying that might take until June. But this has women's rights all over it, Women's reproductive rights. If not, on another level, or on both levels, this could be money issues. Yeah, I feel like it's both. Money issues and reproductive rights, women's health issues. And then, of course, in combination with this guy, when he's reversed, he's a liar. He's deceptive. This is Don the Con all over it. This could be another Trump card. But most of all, when the Magician is reversed, he's manipulative. So this is a manipulation of women's voting rights, is what I'm feeling. And maybe we're going to see something on Friday about health issue, or besides health issues, money issues. Yeah, that's right. In my astrology reading for my members only, as I go through the cycle of the moon for each day as well, I remember we were going through. It started off with the end degrees of Sag, the moon going through Sag, and here it is here. But then also we would go through Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, and then by the end of the week we'd be into Aries. So I have to apply that energy as well, because the moon rules the public. It rules how we're feeling as well. So I'm thinking that by Friday and Saturday, we have to be careful about feeling like victims, and we have to know our power, especially when it comes to voting and standing up for what's right. But then by Saturday, these cards reversed are not good. With this Ace of Wands, this is bad news. This is something that's delayed. And then with the Lovers reversed, well, it brings in regrets and the need. When I get this card reversed, it's always my reminder that we need to learn how to love ourselves. This is a card of self-love. So no matter what's going on in the world, this is to not get down on ourselves and learn how to, love ourselves through it. Just love yourself through it, whatever's going on. But, is this card has to do with arguments. And, yeah, arguments and regrets. So be careful with the, feeling regretful about things that, when you've done your best, you just, bring the energy back inside and love yourself through it. But how it could stand out on a political level is that somebody gets rejected and there's an argument. And Trump is a Gemini, so this could be him as well. This could be bad news about his financial situation coming through. I think he had that Trump hotel, is it the Willard Hotel or whatever that hotel is in Washington? He had that up for sale. I don't know if it actually sold, but okay. So that's the best I can do with the tarot for this week. So now let's look at, I'm thinking I'll use a deck of character. And I did already shuffle it, so I'll just draw the cards. So let's just do 10 cards. What is it that we need to know for the week? Or what's going to happen? What can we expect in the news this week that we will be witnessing or dealing with? I just heard Biden Band-Aid. Band-Aid over the bulldozer. That's interesting. Gifts. Oh, wouldn't that be awesome? There's a couple of ways to read that. Okay. So I feel like the Leap card has to do with trying to bridge a gap. Trying to bridge a gap that has been a very big obstacle. Yeah, interesting. Oh, let me see what cards are on the bottom too. I'll just pull them off to the side so I don't forget. Yeah, trying to bridge a gap that's been a big obstacle. Well, actually, I want to go ahead and bring it into the days. I think I could fit. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Okay. Oh yeah, these cards are not as big as I thought. Okay, cool. They seem wider, I guess just because they're white. They're about tarot card size. Okay, so I have a feeling this has to do with a couple different things. I'm trying to bridge a gap that has been an obstacle. It makes me feel like this looming thing with Putin, the Ukraine thing, and we have it here too. So I'm thinking that this was on Putin's mind. And then for today, what we're actually stewing in, and you guys, anybody, you don't have to be an intuitive or you don't have to be a card reader at all to read these cards. So you feel free to drop in whatever you get from this. Because, the more eyes on something, the more information we get. Okay, so we're stewing in something that has blossomed, which might not be good. And that would definitely go along with, this Putin, he's at it again. And I feel like this is Biden trying to, so maybe, does he meet with Putin on Tuesday? I have no idea. But I feel like it's just a virtual meeting, right? And I feel like this has to do with Putin trying to fix what could be, Putin bulldozing Ukraine. Because he's been working it, that's what he's been doing. So I think this is kind of more like political world news here. But it involves the USA because I have set the intention to these aren't world news readings unless they involve the USA. And this is the deal with Putin. So Wednesday, or midweek, somewhere in there, we may get a gift of seeing somebody get locked up. I would love that. Especially because at night's over here to the War card and then the Cauldron. Okay, so on this level, this feels to me like it might not be somebody, well, it could be somebody getting locked up, and then this could also be Wednesday, there's a major restriction on Putin. So those big old sanctions that he's acting like he doesn't care about. And then Thursday, and this could also be, some of these January 6 people that we'll have the gift of seeing them locked up. And then Thursday, the light is shining on the fact that we have some protection. Or actually both. This could, because we always have protection. But, at least I believe that. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I believe it. But the light can be shown on maybe somebody who's trying to fly away from some old responsibilities. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. So Thursday. So then Friday, I think that this does involve Putin. If it doesn't, it could be, both. Putin and that circus that he's, involved in, but then this is also the January 6th insurrection is written all over it here. So I'm feeling like by the end of the week, we could see something. And it could be that somebody flips and tells all the truth that needs to be told, and then they're released and let go from their, threat of being locked up. We could see people locked up, and we could also see people let go because they have shown the light for us. And it's all about January 6th. And then Saturday has that same, so this whole thing to me, this looks, with the deck of character, where's the little, here, hold on. Here's the box in case you guys want to get it. They're doing a new printing, so you can actually get this now. There's 111 cards. and anybody can read them. And it comes with like a little downloadable digital book that you can print out if you want. So anyway, by Saturday, the devotees, the devoted ones to this craziness, are in the wrestling ring, trying to figure out what to do, trying to make decisions. Okay. Oh, and on the bottom, what did we have on the... Oh, man. Oh, man. This is the threat of Roe v. Wade. Well, so it is a threat to Roe v. Wade and women's reproductive rights. So that's on the table all week. We are going to hear a lot more about that in the news all week, and as it should. So I'm thinking maybe there'll be protests, more protests and more people speaking out. Oh my goodness. I mean, if nothing is going to destroy the Republican Party more than this, I can't imagine what it is. You know, that's it. Just piss off every woman with a healthy, functioning brain, right? And even the men, because of course, nobody wants anybody messing with their free will. And babies don't take their first breath. They don't. Yes, they move in our wombs. Yes, you can feel. Yes. But the spirit does not come through until the baby has taken its first breath. So yes, it's painful to have an abortion. Yes, it's most often the most painful thing a woman will ever go through on so many levels. But that doesn't mean that you're killing something because it hasn't brought in its spirit yet. And you can see that if you look at every newborn baby, they have a red mark on the back of their occipital bone. That's there very bright for sometimes a few weeks. It's right there, man. Comes down through the occipital bone, hits the core center, solar center, and then down through the root chakra. That's how it goes. So, these guys are fighting over nothing. Except for their rigid thoughts. But those are just my beliefs. Don't take them on if they're not yours. And forgive me for mine, please. Okay, so let's do it again. I just heard don't do it by the day. I can still do 7 cards, but let's let the whole thing blend. Okay, for this one, we're going to let the whole thing blend. Okay. Okay, that's probably about all I can fit. And I'll take the 2 off the bottom. Thank you very much. My guides are like, what? Why are you saying that? Okay. I am very grateful for their support. Always. Oops. Okay, good enough. All right, so here's our theme, okay? Seduction, attraction, the gift of something to help us with COVID, with the health, and maybe other health issues. Ooh, this kind of goes with the that 2 of Cups with the tarot. Okay, So I'll try to move a little more quickly so this reading isn't like crazy. But we'll timestamp it, either myself or our most beautiful Hilda Flores does. So I love you, Hilda, for all the timestamps because I know how long it takes. And she does such a good job at accurately portraying. Oh, and I have to tell you, hold on, this deck, if you like it, is the Maybe Lenormand by Ryan Edward. Okay, and that tarot deck was just the Radiant Rider-Waite, the original, but I cut the cards down because I like borderless cards and it makes them smaller. Okay, so anyway, and I also had written astrology glyphs on it for when I was teaching. Okay, so the theme for the week has to do with the gift of some health issues. Otherwise, these two cards wouldn't be together like that. This brings in that element of a prescription. So maybe the pill for if a person gets COVID is released. With the ship here, there's that added, because at night it's over here to the tree, there's an added element of COVID overseas. Foreign COVID issues. But these are good cards around it. Okay, so money outlay, capital assets outlay to I think going to other countries to help curb COVID. That's what I'm getting there. There's lots of communication about this need to repeat getting the vaccine out there. This could be also lots of talk and information exchange, gathering information, networking, and information as far as where money has been spent in an abusive way. That's one layer of it. This would be an abuse of COVID. Maybe some information comes out about how little Jared and maybe even I just flashed on Stephen Mnuchin's face. Ooh, man. Okay, well, I'd love to see some information come out about that because we know that they did abuse the PPP monies that were allocated. And the bear is all about money and power. And this, there's this abuse card down here. And over here, knighting with the clover, we're in that realm of, again, somebody took advantage. They had the opportunity. And it's card number 2. So again, I'm feeling like Jared and Stephen Mnuchin, but they're not the only ones. There's no way. But this money and protection and the misuse of power, this is just one layer of it, I think will be revealed. I mean, it's not the sun, it's the moon, but this to me is the whole, crime family that, this could be besides Jared and just the way that the whole Trump crime family misused funds. Now, on another level of this could be good news in that there's more money, power, and protection that moves across our domestic. The locomotion card is only about domestic goods and things that go across the land and they can grow really fast. And then here's our foreign card over here. So I really feel like this whole reading all of these cards are spelling out to me that definitely we're going to have some support in trying to do our best to. Biden is going to do his best to try and eradicate COVID best he can by donating to other countries, because he sees it as, we're all in this together, and he has this like reputation and honor, and so he's being generous that way to try and break apart COVID, to try and just end this and shatter it for good best he can. Okay, so that's on one level. On another level, because that's one thing with the Lenormand is really good for health issues and political issues. Well, it's good for all kinds of things, but it's a very situational deck. Whereas the Kipper is very relationship and legally. Well, you can get legal issues out of this deck too. But anyway, foreign, on another level, foreign, good old boys club, which is just in it for the money. We could see something breaking apart. So this could be money laundering, this opportunity, this money. Yeah, something with some crime ring, money laundering could be broken through, or something could break through about that in the news. Because remember, all these readings are mostly like what's going to come out on the news. Just for the week, only for the week. Wow. And something that some foreign country has been doing for a very long time. That's cool to have that broken open. And let's see what's on the bottom. We've got the... Ooh. Okay, this is Trump. This is the bully. This is the bag of hot air, fiery hot air. And he's at a crossroads trying to make a choice. Okay. You might ask, what choice? Let's draw a few more cards. Okay. What's this about? So this is just Trump. At a crossroads. January 6th. Oh, on another level, this could show, oh my goodness, that's right. This whole thing could have to do with January 6th, because we're talking money that was spent, people that were indulged in to help them travel. If it's not foreign, we could say travel, but this is travel across the land. And it could be that money came in from foreign countries, or at least one foreign country. Gee, I wonder which one that would be, right? And that's all broken apart, we see it. Wow. Yeah, he's been working with for a long time. This would show that he made these plans for oh my goodness, right. That these plans for the January 6th insurrection were in place for a long time. Yep, and they were secret. There was a secret way to deal with what he thought were hidden enemies and out into the public. Okay, so that's it. So that we're going to see something. We are going to hear some things and get something on the news this week about that's really big and strong about the January 6th insurrection. And you know who's got all this, behind his back. Because besides the 45 card, that's my card for him in this deck. Okay, lastly, I shuffled this deck to have it all ready from Turo Marchetti's Kipper. All right. Okay, I heard just 10 cards. We don't need any more than 10 cards with this. Legal issues. I just heard Sidney Powell. Okay, so that must be who this one is. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. But I don't want to limit it to just her, but I did hear her name. You know, she's the crazy wacko that was going around with Rudy Giuliani. Saying that there was all this, well, I have to be careful the words I use because YouTube sometimes takes away my monetization if I say certain words. But you know what she did. Look it up. Look it up. Here, hold on, I've got a glare. There, I think that helps a little. Grab my other chopstick. Okay, so whoever was in agreement and in bed with this woman, and I did hear Sidney Powell, but it could be any other woman who was supportive and who was hiding, because those she knights up here, hiding, the false person card is all about deception and dishonesty and cheating and lying and trying to, just bring in. This card is so much like the the Queen of Wands reversed. It's like somebody that's jealous, somebody who's dishonest, somebody who's ruthless, somebody who's cheating and does everything to, get what they want. And it could have been for her to just, be with all these people that, so besides Sidney Powell, other people who were in bed with her. Wow, so something's going to come out. Something's going to come out about her, or maybe it's already out, I don't know, because I don't have time to read and watch everything. I just don't. If it's not her, or it could be in addition to her, it was travel arrangements, and even though I don't have any money cards here, it would have to, well, let's see what's on the bottom. It would have to do with, well, yeah, okay. We'll look at that in a moment. It would have to do with getting the people to the insurrection and how it was planned for a long time. She's not going to like a subpoena that maybe has already gone to her. And this doesn't have to be one person. And if it's not one woman, it would be anybody who's been supportive, because she's all about support. But so's the man, and I do tend to see these people as, or see these cards as like actual people. So, yeah, wow. So somebody who was supportive and in bed and then hiding it. And we've got these cards touching her, so we're in that realm of this could be her getting the message out to the community of people who were involved in the insurrection, because this has insurrection written all over it. And this could be somebody who gets locked up this week. They've gotten their subpoena and somebody gets locked up, and it creates big change for them. I don't know if it'll be her or someone else or a few different people who, and if it doesn't happen, it could just be that they're very restricted and, not locked up, but restricted as to what happened. And then this week is really awful for them. And anyone else who, I just heard aided and abetted with these two cards here. Because the lovers, it doesn't have to be, anybody like that. It could just be the success. One of the key words for this card is success. So how she was successful for the community of people who wanted to storm the Capitol. And now she and these other people are majorly having problems this is my tortured with worry and stress card. It's like the Nine of Swords in tarot. And it's also in the Kippur, this is also a card of violence, right? This says January 6th written all over it. So there's some painful ending and loss that creates poverty somehow for who knows who. But I'm thinking all of these people who were involved in the insurrection. Yeah. Okay, so with overview here, I think that we are going to be hearing a lot about or maybe a lot from the January 6th committee. I do remember, was it Liz Cheney herself saying that January would be a major breakthrough month? Well, I'm thinking we've got a lot of lead up going into that, or going towards that. The cards are revealing that every which way I look. Unless I'm, wrong in this, but that's what kept coming through. So, okay. Well, that's it, you guys. And have a wonderful week. Take really good care. Stay safe. Have a wonderful, holidays. We're still in Hanukkah, right? There's still some days of Hanukkah left, I think. So, happy Hanukkah if you celebrate that way. However you celebrate. Season's greetings and big hugs to you. Okay, bye.